Hey guys, this is Cleivis from Team Phantom. Just want to make a quick video to kind of respond to a lot of you guys that have been messaging me online. So a lot of you guys were saying like, "Oh, Cleivis, what would you play this weekend? What was your deck list?" And basically, this whole year I've been playing Atlanteans or Mermails. I've topped so far 4 events, top 8 of course, with the deck. And this weekend at the Springfield Regionals, I got 20th, which is top 32, but nobody really cares about that. But I'm still going to provide the deck list. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I lost twice in time. I feel like I could have sweeped the event, but you know, life happens. So check out the deck list if you guys like it. Leave a comment below if you guys have questions. Of course, I got you. And subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so for monsters, I played one Genix controller, one Garnet. Yes, I played the Undyne engine, and yes, I played the Brilliant Fusion engine, obviously. Didn't draw controller a lot this weekend, which was awesome. And Garnet, I drew twice this weekend, 2 separate different matches. But it didn't really matter because the deck can play with or without the Brilliant engine. It's just convenient to have it. I played triple Megalo, aggressive, pushes for games, calls people's bluffs. One Gypsy Diva, which was at 3 or 2 at least. 3 Prince, best card in the deck. You kind of need it to run. Not the best card, but definitely a necessary card for you to play this deck, without a doubt. 2 Infantries, 2 Marksmen, 2 Dragoons. I played 2, 2, and 2. Just because I felt like 3, well, this is not at 3, obviously, but 3 of any would be too much. I actually wanted to play Infantry at 2, but just for the additional normal summon. And I may play this at 3 when Totally Awesome comes out, but for now I'm just going to stick with 2 and 2, because, you know, I don't want to break, and drawing Infantry without anything else is, like, horrible. 2 Undynes. Had to play 2 Undynes. It's a fantastic card, especially because sending to grave is cost. So you can get rid of a lot of back rows, you can play around a lot of cards, and then with Brilliant Fusion you can get additional normal summons, so it's okay. Played 1 Mooling Glacier, absolutely necessary. Love this card, especially with the hand loops. 1 Perform Pal Trick Clown, 1 Ghost Ogre. Basically Ghost Ogre, well, Trick Clown is basically for combos, and the Ghost Ogre, I decided to play over Effect Failure this weekend just because of ABCs and other matchups where, mirror matches where it may be a little difficult, so protect me from getting gamed. 2 Max C's, basically just to help speed up the deck and stop the opponent, hopefully. And spells, I played triple Brilliant Fusion. Absolutely need it, it's fantastic. Triple Instant Fusion would never run less than 3. Norden is way too important to not have. And Brilliant Fusion just optimizes so many easy games. You draw Brilliant Fusion, you generally win the match. Triple Twin Twister to make it easier for you to execute some of your cards. For 1-ups, I played 1 Abyss Mikazuchi. And Mikazuchi basically is the spell negator. Mine's foreign, so you may not be able to read it, but it just comes really in handy, especially when you have anti-spell fragrance active, because if your opponent has the Twin Twister for the anti-spell, they can't activate Twin Twister because this will negate Twin Twister, and they'll basically -1. So your anti-spells generally stay on the board if you're playing Mermails with them. I mained 1 Regeki, 1 for 1, and 1 Soul Charge. 1 for 1 fantastic, obviously. Regeki, I decided to run Regeki over Book of Eclipse just because I didn't know. I felt like it was a bit better running against ABCs. Didn't really draw it at all this weekend. I think like 1 match, and it was just irrelevant because I already had game. So I just used it to make my life easier. Solemn Warning for traps, Emptiness, and triple anti-spell fragrance. Wouldn't change this at all. I was actually initially going to run 3 strikes instead of the anti-spells, because I just figured everybody was running anti-spells this weekend anyways, so everybody would be playing against anti-spells, but apparently even with ABCs running amok, nobody really like had responses to these. I would flip this and they were like, "Oh, okay, your turn." I'm like, "Alright, cool, you're dead." So definitely a necessary card. For extra deck, 1 Norden, obviously need it. 1 Gemini Seraphinite for the additional normal summons for combos and continue some of your loops. 1 Tatsunoko, 1 Armory Arm. Armory Arm saved me like 3 matches this weekend just because my opponent would have Metal Foes in the field. And Megalo with this equipped and Mikazuchi attacking your Metal Foes, it's generally game because you take burn damage, you take difference damage, and Megalo is a walking 4K attacking monster, so it's easy sweeping. Coral Dragon, 1 Gungner, 1 Omega, and 1 Trishula. Omega is absolutely necessary for your hand loops, and then it recovering this card's absolutely amazing. Trishula, I think I used Trishula maybe twice this whole weekend, and it was just to confirm game. Gungner, never used it this whole weekend, just use it to pressure for game. Coral Dragon, great. Used this so many times to get rid of problems. It's so fantastic. Double Abyss Dweller for XYZs. And I don't know, this card is just so obnoxious in this deck, and it's fantastic because you can get away with a lot of effects with Dragoons. And after Totally Awesome comes out, I'll be running Dweller as one, and then maybe I'll side the other, but for now, I don't think I'll be running two. Played one Emerald, absolutely necessary in this deck, especially with combos. Generally, with the Brilliant Fusion loop, turn one, you're going to burn like all your combo pieces, like Dragoons, Diva, Prince, everything's going to be engraved. So you're going to need this to continue playing in case your opponent somehow lives the hand loop. 1/101, completely necessary. One Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, and one Abyss Gaios for the 7s. Never summoned Abyss Gaios this whole weekend. Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, never summoned it. 101 summoned it like every single time I had the chance to, or I had a problem on the field I couldn't get rid of. And then last but not least, number 38, and that's Exceeding with Omega and Moonling Glacier. I kept noticing that a lot this weekend. I would I would do the hand loop, but then my opponent would like have a Regeki, and then Moonling Glacier would get hit. I can't attack next turn. My opponent now has 2 turns, and he'll draw 2 cards, and me hand looping was kind of a waste. So now instead, I'll do the combo, the loop, and when I have Moonling Glacier and Omega on the field, instead of using Omega's effect, I'll just Exceed into Hope, negating a spell. So they start off their game with 4 cards in hand and a spell negating, and then generally you're going to want to detach this, because Omega will allow you to recover a card that's in your graveyard after you hand looped your opponent. So if you want to send back the Dragoons back to deck, or the Diva, you could totally do that and recycle. And keep in mind that Omega's effect in grave is either player's turn, so during your opponent's end phase, you can recycle a piece and then add it back to your deck, and then shuffle your deck, and then you may possibly draw it, you never know. Which is like super fucking helpful for those who, you know, are playing the deck. For side deck, I played 2 Kaijus, Slumber, I played 2 Kamungus, and I played 2 Gamma Seals, ABCs. I had to. You can't play this weekend. You couldn't have played this weekend without ABCs being a problem, and so Kaijus was absolutely necessary to stop them. 2 Ghost Reapers. I actually was playing 3. My friend let me borrow the 3rd one. Shout out to Alex Santos. You're fantastic. Thank you for letting me use the card. Complete blowout card, but never used it this whole weekend, and it makes me so sad. I sided 2 Denko Sekkas. Amazing card. You shut your opponent's back row off, and then you Brilliant Fusion, summon whatever you need, and then you kill your opponent because they can't activate back rows, and they can't stop you from keep going unless they have an effect failure. I sided 1 Scarlight for like games, or basically why I like playing. I like keeping in mind of the time that's left on the clock, and if we're going into game 3 and I notice that, oh, there's only 10 minutes left in the match, I'm often gonna side this in, just because I can easily access level 8 synchro, and then this is just great under time because you can burn your opponent and punish them for going off. I played 1 Dante and 1 ABC Dragon Buster for the Ghost Reapers, and again, never used them, so kind of just been sitting there. And I played against a lot of ABC players this weekend, and I just didn't ever draw the card, or when I drew it, I already had games, so it didn't matter. Oh, and then 1 card is missing, and that's basically Felgrand. I played Felgrand in the side deck because certain matchups, for instance like BA or ABCs, where it's really more monster effects that are the problem, I would just take out number 38 and I'd swap it out for Felgrand, and that's basically it. I lost twice this weekend, both in time. Nothing you can really do. I got a Quaking Mirror forced in time with a full board. It was like we were just passing turn until time was up, and it was hilarious. So I don't know. That was just me. Maybe you guys can do better with the deck. Hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe, leave a comment below, and I promise I'll respond. So thanks for watching. We'll be making an extra video to kind of give a lot of the combos and hand loops and other plays to make and not to make. With this upcoming format with Totally Awesome coming out, I am 100% playing Mermills without a doubt, no questions asked. I think it's going to be, again, the best deck, but I guess we'll see what happens. Hope you guys have a great day. This is Cleivis from Team Phantom signing out. Subscribe below.